Hello everyone. Well, today we're going to learn about the 5-year mindset. Well, thinking the number of years in A becomes the salesperson. That is. It's also the last thought of the page. That number of years is training. Practice everyone, practice. To be an outstanding salesman. So what's our first job? Training. Do you remember the story of Bruce Lee? The story of Bruce Lee. And the page admires him very much. Because you have a legend. That's the whole world. Afraid of only one Bruce Lee punch. A Bruce Lee punch. And this punch, he trained for 15 years to become. A punch that made his name and on the world stage. It's not just in China. If not, why is it? How you fight, people won't be afraid, but one of your punches will scare people. Because he's been practicing that punch for 15 years. And with the page to become an outstanding salesperson. Then practice. And there's another saying. It's when you practice anything. That's enough for 10,000 hours. You will be a genius in that field. To practice any problem. What a skill, what a story. In just 10,000 hours, you'll win genius. But the page is honest with everyone, particularly for sales skills. Less than 10,000 hours of training. Pages have become SEO saints, people. 2016, 2016, 2016, 2016. The page has been called the page by this letter. The page was less than 10,000 hours. A day of sale from 6 a.m. until 2015 sell pages from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Except eating with sleeping. And except for the time when the customers pick you up. Family rice is for p.m. until 7 p.m. The page is not for sale. The rest is from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. regularly and continuously for a period of 3 months. In fact, the pages don't add up to 10,000 hours. This page has become a best sale. And the page has become a seller. That's good, people. And they sell terrible orders. It's terrible from small to big. 10,000 hours of continuous training. Continuously. And continuously. This continuous word is so important. Why so? Because to let your mental cells bow down. It's connected and continuous. Continuously. It'll record those things. And start it over and over again. Over and over again. Do it again and again, people. Repeat. Repeat. People have to remember, there are only 5% of geniuses in the world. And those geniuses, they become geniuses because they do. They're also studying and studying again and again for a problem. It's a repetitive and continuous thing. Then they start getting that result. And start them. The world's got a record of their work. And start calling them geniuses. People are like that. What it takes to be an outstanding salesman. It's the only thing that's training. Even people with instincts. Even people with human instincts. And people with instincts who don't practice. Or smart people who don't practice. They didn't succeed either. Page. To be honest, you can't succeed without enough perseverance and practice. So how to practice with sales? To be a good salesman, how to practice? I'm going to practice that way. The fastest, everyone the fastest. Fast. And the results immediately. What matters is whether people listen to the page or not. The result is always money, everyone. Because the sale is money. Right, so what's my job? I created the process. And then from that process, we start to simulate. And I'm constantly practicing simulations. For about 7 days. 7 days in a row. For 7 days a day, 8 hours. Beyond 8 hours. By the 8th day, everyone was fighting. Make sure to apply for the page because it is smooth and smooth. Speak softly and start the neuron. The brain is connected. And then it starts to have more flexible responses. When you start communicating with customers. And will begin to apply. That's because this is how our 5th team training site works. That's because page A used to be page A. Is the builder and the sales team. It's called building a successful sales team. And training only page. That's it, and maybe even a clone. The word page is cloned, people. Clone. Because of the sale cloning, it's not simple at all. We all do the bravery when AI is capable of auto-generating. Automation is, if it's cloned, it will succeed. And the site has cloned its 5 sales teams. And only with a training method like this. And in a very short time, Asia and success. That sounds very simple, people. I just need a factor here. The factor is perseverance. Perseverance is winning. If you are smart but you are not persistent, throw it away. Sorry, I always use that word. You are smart but you are persistent. Then why are you rich? It's smart. With perseverance and hard work, you will be rich. If there is no intelligence, it's just persistence and the hard work. If you are rich, you are still rich. Being smart is not everyone. Still rich. Intelligence is not everything, but with the page will greatly appreciate the perseverance and hard work of an individual. I highly recommend it, so that's it. With the web, intelligence is not everything, and perseverance will be everything. And we practice. Continuous training, continuous training. Then we'll get the results. By which we simulate when we have. Create yourself a process. So here's an outstanding salesman. Be a genius in sales. It just goes with the word practice and the sword. Or the knife has to be sharpened to sharpen the page itself. The real people, the site teaches, but the site itself has to sell people. The page is still, I have to meet at least a few clients a day. Jiong's mirror training Jiong's knife training site, Jiong's knife is not sharp. And when the page goes to share with everyone, or the page teaches people, the page can get more new things or more secrets. Or more skills or more things. Called secrets to share with everyone. To help people achieve more effectively and continue to optimal optimization to develop more revenue. Right. What if the page just says no? And the page has no practice. The real battle is sure. What the page shares with people, it won't penetrate. And it's not going to get results quickly for everyone. So the page says one simple thing. No matter how good you are without practice, and no matter how good they are without doing it over and over again and not grinding your skin, not sharpening his mirror for sure, one day it will be blunt. And we won't be able to sell. No matter at any time. What space, whatever the context. Then training is a very familiar thing. Important repeatedly and continuously. Everyone is in the end. In everything. So the training mindset is a very important mindset. And the page is very desirable or people apply. And do what the page just. Then sure, everyone will get results. No, what is the result? Ready to lead the ground. If people can do anything, the page just. Surely everyone will be rich and successful. Everyone has it. Now, page will go into those process details, in what the application does, how to sell to help people get results. Thank you for listening to this clip. Hello and see you next clip.